同僚の誰も出勤できないような日であっても、父たちはいつも定時に職場にいた。And even when other workers couldn't even come to work because of the weather, my father always went to work in time. それが父の誇りでもあったのだ。That was one of the things that my father was proud of. 道が凍結する冬の朝。In the morning that the road was frozen. 誰かの支えがあっても父は転んでしまう。Even my father had some help. He would slip and fall. そんな日は父を子供用のソリに乗せ、地下鉄の入り口まで妹たちと一緒に引いていった。And those kind of days, I would put my father on this children's sleigh, and with my younger sister and I would take him to the entrance of the subway station. 駅に着くと父は手すりにつかまって階段を降りる。When we get to the station, my father will use the railing and go down the stairs. 駅の中は暖房が効いているから滑る心配はない。Inside the station, there's plenty of air conditioning and it's warm, so he doesn't have to worry about sleeping anymore. 父の仕事場は駅ビルの中なので、夕方家路に着くまで外に出る必要はなかった。My father worked inside the building where the subway station was, so he didn't have to go out until when it was time to go home. 今僕が振り返ってみて驚くのは、父は大人としてあれほどの不自由さやストレスを抱えていたにもかかわらず、不平や不満とは無縁だったという点だ。Now, when I think of those times in the past, and think about those things. My father, as an adult, he has such a handicap and stress, but he never complained about anything. 父の口から自分を憐れんだり、他の人々を羨んだりするような言葉を聞いたことは一度もない。From my father's mouth, I never heard him speak self-pity, or neither I heard him speak any envious things about other people. 父が大切にしていたものは人間としての素朴な誠実さや善意だった。Things my father valued were with those simple goodness and faithfulness as a human being. 人々の中にそれを見出し、それで満足していた。My father looked at people, and when my father sees goodness and faithfulness in people, he was satisfied. 僕もこの年になってようやくそうした真っ当さが人間にとってどんなに大切かということが分かり始めている。I have grown up to this age, and now I'm beginning to understand those things. でも同時に自分にはそれがどんなに欠けているかも痛感する。And then at the same time, I realize how lacking I am in those things. また自分でやれるスポーツはほとんどないのにもかかわらず、父は参加することに喜びを感じていたようだ。Although my father couldn't participate in most of the sports, it seems like my father was feeling happy to just participate and to be part of it. 地元の草野球チームのマネージャーを買って出たり、僕をドジャースの試合にたびたび連れて行ったり。He volunteered for this little team of ours as manager. Or he took me to the Dodgers game several times. 野球のことは何でも知っていた。He knew everything about baseball. 町内会のダンスパーティーにも顔を出し、 he went to participate in the community dance party too. みんなが楽しんでる様子を眺めて楽しんでいた。And he wasn't just watching everybody having fun. ある夏のビーチパーティーで何が原因だったか今では思い出せないが、その場にいたかなりの人を巻き込んでつかみ合いの大喧嘩が始まったことがあった。One summer day at the beach party, I don't know what the reason was, but there was a big brawl among the people that were at the party. この時、砂浜に座っていた父も負けてはいなかった。My father was sitting down on the sand, but he wasn't just watching. 座って俺と差しで戦える根性のあるやつはかかってこい。相手になってやるとものすごい剣幕で黙っていたと思う。後日みんなでお笑いしたもんだ。My father would just sit down and say, if you can fight me sitting down with me, and if you have that kind of guts, come on, I'm ready, he said. And later we all laughed and remembered this what he said. 今になって分かったことだが、彼は一人息子である私を通してさまざまなことに参加していたのだ。Now I know that I was the only child, and he through me was participating in a lot of things in my life. 僕が野球をしているときはあまり上手くなかったのだが、彼も野球をする。When I was playing baseball, although I wasn't that good, he played baseball together. 僕が海軍にいたときは彼もそこにいたのだ。When I was in the Navy, he was there and there too. 休養で家に帰ると、彼は自分の仕事場に僕を連れて行き、これは僕の息子だが、僕自身でもある。もし状況が違えば、僕もこうなっていただろうと同僚たちに紹介するのだった。And on my R&R, when I go home, my father will introduce me to the people in his workplace, and he would say, "This is my son," and then it's actually he's like myself. If the situation was different, I would have been like him too, and that's how he introduced me to them. しかし大きな声では決して言わなかったが、but he didn't say that with a loud voice. 父はもう何年も前に亡くなった。My father died many years ago. でも今もよく父のことを考える。I remember about him. もしかして父はあの頃の僕の恥ずかしい気持ちに気づいていたのではないか。Maybe my father knew how I felt when I felt ashamed. もしそうだとしたら僕はそのことで生前父に一度も謝らなかったことを後悔している。If that's the case, when he was still alive, I never said sorry to him, and I regret. そんな気持ちを描いた自分を今では恥ずかしく思っていると父に告げたことは一度もなかった。I never told him that feeling such way was a shameful thing in the other way. I never told him that. 些細なことで不満を抱くとき、他の人がうまくやってるように思えるとき、まっすぐな心を失ってしまうとき、父のことを思う。I remember about my father when I grumble about a small thing, or if other people is doing better than me, or when I lose my heart, my heart, my honest heart, I remember about my father. バランスを取り戻したために父の腕に寄りかからせています。When I feel that way, I lean over to my father to get a balance. そしてこうつぶやく。This is how I say to him. 父さんのペースで歩いてよ。僕が合わせるから。Dad, you can walk on your pace. I will match to you. I hope there is a blessing for you. Yeah. You get the story.